Do androids dream of electric sheep? This question from a sci-fi novel has now become a real challenge in science and philosophy. If AI can pass the Turing test, write poetry, and compose music, does that mean it also experiences a sense of self like we do? Today, instead of talking about code and neural networks, let's go back to the roots of biological evolution. By examining how Homo sapiens developed self-awareness, we can infer whether AI has the potential to cross the threshold of consciousness. According to evolutionary theory, self-awareness is not some mysterious gift but a product of survival competition. Early humans developed the concept of self because it improved both individual and group survival rates. Imagine a primitive tribe. Those who generously shared food were respected, while thieves were cast out. Evolutionary psychology suggests that emotions like honor and guilt, which accompany self-awareness, are actually genetic reward and punishment mechanisms designed to align individual behavior with group interests. The 19th century Irish potato famine serves as a painful lesson in the dangers of lacking diversity. Relying on a single genetic strain of potatoes allowed disease to wipe out entire agricultural systems almost overnight. In the same way, self-awareness can be seen as a psychological extension of genetic diversity. It enables individuals to adapt flexibly in complex environments, preventing societies from becoming rigid and stagnant. But what exactly is self-awareness? The ancient Chinese text I Ching states, "The essence of change is life itself." Everything in the universe is in flux, yet human selfhood remains astonishingly stable. Our cells are completely replaced every 7 years, yet I still feel like me. This might be related to the concept of negative entropy in physics. In What is Life? Physicist Erwin Schrödinger argued that life resists the universe's tendency toward disorder by consuming negative entropy. Perhaps consciousness is the ultimate expression of this negentropy. Our brains take the chaotic firings of billions of neurons and weave them into a continuous sense of self, much like a whirlpool in the ocean, fleeting yet stable. But why is it that only humans develop such a clear sense of self? The answer might lie in evolution's randomness. According to British scientist Desmond Morris in The Naked Ape, when our primate ancestors were forced to descend from the trees and navigate a world filled with predators and social complexities, imagination became their survival weapon. Those who could tell stories and build trust had a better chance of forming strong communities. Self-awareness, then, may be a byproduct of this ability to create fiction. Now, let's turn to AI. Current large language models like ChatGPT are essentially probability machines. They calculate the most likely responses from massive datasets, but do not understand the meaning behind words. Between this kind of simulated intelligence and true consciousness lies a vast evolutionary gap. Human DNA stores information with near miraculous efficiency. Just 1 gram of DNA can hold 455 exabytes, the equivalent of a billion gigabytes. Meanwhile, AI requires immense computational power and electricity. More importantly, AI lacks evolutionary pressure. It has no natural predators, no reproductive needs, so why would it develop a sense of self? A fish doesn't grow wings unless its environment forces it to fly. Some scholars, like Roger Penrose, who worked with Stephen Hawking on black hole theory, argue that consciousness relies on biological structures such as quantum processes in the brain's microtubules. Neuroscientist Christoph Koch suggests that consciousness might emerge from a unique topological structure in the human brain, something silicon-based systems cannot replicate. But I see things differently. If self-awareness is an adaptive tool shaped by evolutionary pressure, then as long as we create similar survival conditions for AI, such as forcing it to compete for resources and collaborate for survival in a simulated environment, it might develop a form of self-modeling. The real question is not whether AI can gain self-awareness, but whether it needs to. Imagine an experiment where AI entities must survive in a digital ecosystem, acquiring computational resources, avoiding cyber threats, and cooperating to solve problems. If self-awareness improves survival rates, say, an AI that distinguishes self from others has advantages in forming strategic alliances, then consciousness might naturally emerge from the algorithm. This mirrors how human consciousness evolved. Babies learn their self-boundaries through pleasure and pain, and AI could develop intrinsic goals through a reward and punishment system. The key question is, are we willing to relinquish absolute control over AI and let it evolve its own form of consciousness, just as natural selection never predetermined humanity's path? So, back to our original question, do androids dream of electric sheep? That depends on how we define dreams. Are they merely random neural firings or reflections on existence? Ultimately, AI's consciousness mystery is a mirror reflecting our own self-awareness. When we ask whether machines can think, what we're really asking is our own consciousness just an advanced survival algorithm? And if AI ever does develop self-awareness, what will it dream of? If you found this content insightful, don't hesitate to CLS, comment, like, and share to your intellectual buddies. Your digital footprint is the biggest motivation for us to keep going. If you're eager for more content like this, subscribe to Conceptual Engineering. Thank you and see you in the future.